probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now back to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. A first carry for Elijah McGuire. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Jets on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Now it's Ginn. Oh, he slipped right by him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They turn to Kuhn on 3rd and short. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Breeze now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have. Two remaining here before we get to halftime. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Coney Ely able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Breeze to throw on second down. Caught right side at Snead. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. A final shot before half for Breeze. And this is caught. It's the tight end Fleener for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Fleener as time expires in the first half. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out come the Jets. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go now. Over.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Leopard, set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Back that up. Gun. Set. 3-19.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Detroit. All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This is Gallman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the Vikings have scored, swinging back in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 44-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down following the run. Breeze now. And brought in here by Flainer. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw is Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first down, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Petty now. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. 23 yards on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Here we go on 1st and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Three down. All right, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Destroy! Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Here's Petty. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Yardage brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The Jets on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12. They're going to look to throw. And he's got Enunwa. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. He'll look to throw, and he rifles one incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Gerald Hodges coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Breeze now on first down. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following the sparkling display of footwork. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd down, 8. He's back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. He'll look to throw. throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Back to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So they're going to go for 2. Now this time, Breeze will throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And New York set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's a Nunwa. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off once in the season, once in the regular season, once in the playoffs? So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
One last throw for Daniel. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they finally get that elusive second win as the record moves to 2-12. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.